And truck drivers and motorists travelling to Mozambique from South Africa through that border post remain stranded. Operations were suspended due to protests in Mozambique. The border management authority is urging everyone planning to travel to Mozambique to consider postponing their trips. The situation there remaining volatile. Newzroom Africa's Mweli Masilela is on that story for us. Mweli, we have heard from those who operate freight and who are transporting coal and other material across the border about the daily cost to the economy in the range of millions and millions of rands. We know that there's an ongoing political situation and there are protests. But we are not talking as much about the well-being and the welfare of those drivers in those 20 to 25 kilometre queues who are without ablution facilities and proper nourishment, essentially. So talk to us about what you've been hearing them say about how they're coping.
Yes, Iman, maybe you'll be wondering why we are in the bushes at this moment. It's about the story we are talking about, the living conditions of these truck drivers, because all the goods that are key for the economy of both South Africa and Mozambique are transported by these human beings who drive the trucks for long distances. And at this present moment, I can tell you that some of these truck drivers are telling us that they've been here for 7 days without ablution facilities and those other basic necessities such as water and food. And these people you are seeing here, all of them are truck drivers. They came to this stream, which is just adjacent the N4 where the trucks are actually drive to Mozambique. And they're here to refresh because this is a stream that comes from a dam at a farm near the N4. And they're saying that they've got no option but to come here and freshen up. They bring their soaps, their toothpaste, their face clothes so that they can at least clean themselves up. But it's not all everyone who is lucky to have a stream next to him, Iman. So these ones consider themselves lucky. But let's speak to one of the truck drivers, Andres Mazibugo, to tell us about the situation on the ground. If you can tell us about the current situation, for how long have you been here and how are you affected by those protests in Mozambique?
We have been here from Sunday, the others from Saturday. Our problem is that situation in Mozambique. We cannot cross the border. In fact, if we can have a truck stop that can accommodate all of us so that we can have this possibility of having showers and everything.
So now you find yourself here using the stream to sort of clean up?
Same like as you said, we are likely to be next to that stream because others are staying there. We have to have fresh water, and the water in Commodity Port is not good. You gotta buy everything. Food is a challenge. Everything you gotta buy daily.
And how is the crime? Because we've heard quite a number of stories about truck drivers being attacked while waiting on the N4 to cross into Mozambique.
That is the heavy problem we are facing. Criminals are attacking us. They pull the trailer bricks, they stop the truck, they attack us, take everything in the truck and your money too. So that is bad. The situation is bad, very bad about criminals. Diesel is being stolen, batteries are being stolen, and when those things happen, the companies charging us. You gotta pay for it. You are the driver in the midday, during the night you are a security guard.
The Minister of Transport was here yesterday. I'm not sure if you've heard about that visit. I want to know, what do you make of it? And if you were given a chance to sort of voice out your concern, what would you say are some of the most important needs from your side?
The most important needs is only to have a safe place, truck stop, where they can accommodate all the trucks that are going to Mozambique. That's all.
Did you have a chance to listen to what the minister said? She said that they are trying by all means to bring water, working with other entities to ensure that you've got some of those basic necessities.
Yeah, but I didn't be lucky to hear him. I wasn't there yesterday. All I did, I just went to town to see what I can get.
All right, thank you very much for talking to us. Iman, that's one of the truck drivers, Andres Mazibugo, talking about their situation here. We will be continuing to the border post, because what we observed earlier is that there is some movement as far as light motor vehicles is concerned. But in terms of cargo, especially those trucks that are coming from the South African side heading to Mozambique, they are still at a standstill at the present moment. We understand also that the Minister of Home Affairs will be here tomorrow at the Lebombo border post to also have first-hand information about what is happening. But the question remains as to when will this matter be resolved. But we understand from authorities, even the Minister of Transport yesterday, as well as the MEC for Community Safety in Mpumalanga, they did mention that they don't have much power to actually ensure that the situation remains now goes back to normal, because it's all actually dictated by what is happening in Mozambique. So if protests flare up in Mozambique and they are advised to close the border, that's all they can do. And this side, what they are trying to do, at least Iman, is to ensure that traffic moves, the road is open, especially for light motor vehicles, Iman.
Yeah. Mweli, distressing to see those pictures behind you and the conditions under which some of those truck drivers are having to do their work or not do their work as it happens to be. One of the big issues certainly has to be diplomatic efforts between South Africa and Mozambique, given the impacts to both our economies by the border closures. So Mweli Masilela will be back with you a little bit later on.